The royal Christmas madness is back. William and Kate are reportedly deeply rattled at the thought, not even the confirmation, the thought of Harry and Meghan possibly coming to the UK for Christmas. The tabloids are frothing. Kensington Palace's anonymous sources are working overtime. And Meghan, still living rent-free across all royal estates. So let's unpack this festive delusion. As festive lights twinkle, the tabloids turn their gaze to the royal family's Christmas at Sandringham. Reports paint a picture of tension and careful planning, not for festivities, but for managing egos and resentments. This year, the supposed turmoil is directed across the Atlantic, toward Harry and Meghan in California. It reveals a deep insecurity. The monarchy's image is more fragile than its stone walls suggest. There's irony in this annual Christmas narrative. Meghan, the supposed source of tension, isn't even there. She's thousands of miles away, yet her presence is conjured by the press to haunt royal festivities. This is classic scapegoating, blaming an external party to avoid confronting real internal issues. By focusing anxiety on Meghan, the institution and media sidestep difficult conversations about family rifts and pressures. Meghan becomes a convenient vessel for unspoken frustrations. The media insists that if only Meghan weren't being Meghan elsewhere, all would be harmonious. This logic ignores long-standing tensions that predate her. Blaming the absent allows the palace to maintain an image of unity, casting Meghan as the perfect villain, unable to defend herself, her silence interpreted as guilt. It's a ghost story told to distract from the troubles of the living. Using Meghan and Harry as a distraction is a well-honed tactic for the royal family. The firm has survived by mastering public relations and narrative control. When internal difficulties arise, a bigger story diverts attention. The Sussexes, with their global profile, are the ultimate diversion. Negative coverage about them often surges when other royal controversies surface. This isn't a grand conspiracy, but a symbiotic relationship between an image-conscious institution and a story-hungry media. The public is encouraged to debate Meghan's dress or Harry's interviews, while substantive issues fade into the background. The annual Christmas meltdown is simply the festive edition of this ongoing strategy. One often overlooked aspect is Meghan and Harry's security. When they stepped back as senior royals, their police protection was removed, a source of genuine fear. This isn't about celebrity privilege, it's about real threats fueled by hostile media coverage. Harry's trauma is personal. His mother, Princess Diana, died fleeing paparazzi. Legal battles with the UK Home Office aren't about freebies. Harry even offered to pay for protection, but was denied. This leaves the family vulnerable in the UK, despite clear dangers. The issue of security is central to the schism between the Sussexes and the institution, a failure to protect that goes beyond protocol. Yet the media often omits this context, painting their desire for safety as entitlement. Their wish for security is a rational response to a very real threat. To understand palace anxiety, we must consider charisma. Meghan Markle's modern charisma is different from the monarchy's traditional mystique. She's a skilled communicator, connecting emotionally and bringing star power to the role. For a time, this was seen as modernization, but her popularity became unsettling. The monarchy thrives on distance and tradition. Kate embodies this perfectly, reinforcing continuity. Meghan's hands-on, passionate approach was more American, more personal. Her ease in commanding attention threatened the hierarchy, where heirs must remain the focus. This isn't about individuals, but about a rigid system's response to a dynamic new element. The anxiety about Meghan overshadowing the family is about more than a news cycle. It's a fear that her charisma and global platform could offer a more compelling vision of royalty. The palace's concern is not just about being outshone. It's about the challenge to their carefully curated image. Meghan's presence, even from afar, unsettles the established order. Each year, the media dusts off the "Make Meghan the Villain for Christmas" playbook. The formula is simple. Whispers of royal anxiety, reports of Sussex slights, and articles lamenting spoiled harmony. This narrative is profitable for tabloids and beneficial for the institution. It requires little new reporting, relying on recycled conflicts and anonymous sources. The media creates the storm, then reports on the rain. For the royals, it reinforces their image as a stable unit under attack from disruptive outsiders. By the King's Christmas speech, the narrative is set. The royals uphold tradition, the Sussexes represent chaos. The truth that Harry and Meghan are likely just planning a private Christmas is irrelevant. Meghan becomes a character, a plot device, conjured to play her part in the annual drama. As we watch the embers glow, let's ask, who is truly unsettled? In California, Harry and Meghan are building a new life, focused on their family and causes. Their Christmas will be private, far from royal scrutiny. Meanwhile, the palace, bound by tradition, is reportedly anxious about being overshadowed by a photo or card. The media claims the Sussexes caused trouble, but the real unease seems to lie within the palace walls. The fixation on Meghan signals not her power to disrupt, but the institution's inability to move forward. A confident institution wouldn't need to conjure a ghost to blame for its own anxieties. Our fire burns low, and the night draws in. We've seen how a narrative is built year after year to serve a purpose. The royal Christmas meltdown is less about the Sussexes and more about the needs of the media and monarchy. Next time you see a headline about Meghan and Harry, pause and ask, who does this story serve? The real question isn't why Meghan haunts the palace, but why the palace keeps her ghost alive. Their fixation says little about her and much about them. Let's be more discerning consumers of the news, looking for patterns and motivations behind the headlines. Thank you for sharing this time.